Well, ladies and gentlemen, so welcome to a unique video on the weekend here. And this is probably the most unique video that I've made on my channel. I've made quite a bit of unique videos, but this is the creme de la creme. We're going to be talking about several things, from Saturn retrograde to Ascension to eclipse. And I will dive right into the subject of, what is happening right now, because I am seeing this not only for myself, the change within myself, but so many of you are witnessing these changes. But because I'm going to talk about Saturn retrograde, I'm going to talk about, where Saturn is in right now, because Saturn is retrograding in the sign of Scorpio. So if you do not know what house Saturn is retrograding, what planet it might be going over, for that, check out the links here and check out my full astrological report, where especially on the second page, you know exactly where each planet is placed, where Scorpio sign is. So this way you can see where Saturn is retrograding, because it's important to know exactly, because the way you're feeling, a lot of things are happening. It's not just Saturn retrograde. So for that, check out the links here and check out my books as well, Astrology, Conjunction, and Aspects of the Speed of Light. So before we get into the retrograde, I want to bring this cream of the crop up in front. Something has happened since April. That definitely has changed my life, my wife. We're definitely changing. But the reason what pushed me to really make this video is because, my goodness, so many of you are suddenly feeling this difference, suddenly feeling these symptoms. Like, I have so many people, like, especially when I'm doing like career consultation for people, so many since April, I would probably say over 60% are like, I have no interest in my work. What's going on? Why am I feeling this anxiety, sudden depression? And why am I feeling like I'm not a human? And these kind of messages triggered something, because I was experiencing this. And this ascension process that started from April of this year. So from April 2015 to 2022 is this 7-year period that is going to evolve at least 40% of you. And I put this on my Facebook as well. I'm like, 40% of you that who know me, 40% that follow me, 40% who probably consulted with me, you're not going to be doing what you're doing right now. 40% of you who are watching this are going to naturally go into the field of healing. Health and healing is going to become your destiny. Because first of all, what is happening is all the light workers on this planet are the first wave of people who are going to experience this change. Because what's happening is this ascension that is happening, and I'm going to go into more details. Just imagine this is Earth, okay? This is Earth, and just imagine that this is this light. At some part of the galaxy. So you know how sun rises, and it takes 8 minutes to hit the light on Earth, 8.5 minutes. So now imagine there's this light coming for the past, literally, I think it was 8,000 to 9,000 years, or it could be more. This light is coming, this golden light. Coming. Bam. This year, 2015, that light hit planet Earth. Now, it's a light spectrum that is outside of our human ability. Humans have 72 light spectrum. There are over 850 light spectrum, between 300 to 800. There are light colors that we can't even imagine that are there. So this energy that has hit Earth finally reached us in April 2015. And you must be thinking, oh, well, I'm going to be in this esoteric feeling of like just being in a bliss. Oh no. This is a very, very chaotic time. This is gonna make you go and feel cuckoo. Kind of like Kundalini. You know, all the people who say, well, I want to experience Kundalini. Ask my wife. She would not wish the experience of Kundalini upon her worst enemy, the way she experienced. It's kind of like somebody taking your spine, jerking it up and putting it back down. And ever since, and I haven't talked about my wife much, but that's how me and my wife really connected, with the experiences that she had and her Kundalini process that she experienced through a certain thing. I'm not going to do detail on that. You know, since that has been just stuck. So Kundalini, just if you just type in experience of Kundalini on the internet, on YouTube, Google, wherever, you'll know exactly what it is. So this light that is coming, it's like shaking everything within us. It is making you feel like you're not who you are. And what's happening now is portals are opening up at different places of this planet. The biggest portal is in Nepal, around Mount Everest. And guess what just happened? The biggest earthquake. In Chile, they have a portal. But now many, many portals are opening up. And the reason why I'm saying this to you guys, and especially after talking to many of my psychic friends, medium friends, especially my main man, Mitchell, certain things me and my wife experienced since April, that we found out that we actually have a portal opened up just in our bedroom. On our second floor of our house, the portal is right there. So the way I found out is I was, for the first of all, for the between middle of April all the way to maybe 5-6 days after that Manny Pacquiao and Mayweather fight, I didn't eat any non-veg food, didn't touch any drink, no beer, no alcohol, nothing. Didn't even eat fast food. For 3 weeks straight, my wife and I were just on raw vegetables, soup, Indian dal, and rice. And if you saw my video before April and now, you will see how much weight I've lost. But the thing is this, reality is this, I'm slowly coming back into myself again. Started to eat chicken again, started to, you know, have a sip of beer. But the thing is, like on the day of Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao fight, when we went to our friend's place and all that, and I took a sip of champagne, I couldn't, I almost threw up. And that's what, I'm like, why is it suddenly that I am feeling this? Why suddenly I do not want to touch meat? I do not want to touch non-vegetarian food. You know, what's going on? And then suddenly, between April and May, I started to talk to my wife. I'm like, I don't feel human. Why? Why am I meditating in my office every day for like 20 minutes? I'm meditating upstairs. So when I meditated upstairs, this is where I'm like, man, there's something here. First of all, 3 a.m. every night, our computer would turn on by itself, because I have literally 3 different offices in my house. So my upstairs office, which is in our bedroom, in the corner, because we have 2 mini room and then the bedroom. So here's the office. And every evening, I turned monitors off manually, but then my computer would open up and the monitors would go off. Me and my wife would wake up exactly at 3 a.m. and we would freak out and like, what the hell's going on? Then me meditating upstairs for the past week and a half. So when I'm in my meditative state downstairs, I'm doing meditation for like half an hour straight. It's like sometimes I don't even want to get out of it, but I have to get out of it because I have 2 kids, you know. But when I'm meditating upstairs in this one part, and when I'm in my asana for meditation, my body is rocking so bad that I actually fell off my asana. Which again freaked me out. I'm like, man, what is this happening? I know this is not Kundalini. Kundalini experience doesn't happen just by meditation. There's a lot more that goes into experiencing Kundalini. So when I spoke to my wife, and my wife said all these different experiences, and then she said she has seen lights in our room. She has seen like sparkling lights come over and vanish, all this. So we started to talk to our friends who are very, in tune with these things. Because me being in the world of astrology, I have created many friends. And this one person is a genius. He just knew exactly what's happening. He's like, you guys have a portal opening in your house now. And that's when he spoke about the Ascension. He's like, are you feeling this unnecessary fear and anxiety? You feel like you're not part of the human race. Suddenly this is in my mind. When I go out in the market, I'm like, oh, who are these people? Like, I'm feeling that. And from my feeling, I came across people who are feeling the same way. People who I do the career consultation with, they're like, I don't want to be around my coworkers anymore. I don't feel like I'm meant to do what I'm doing here. I do not want to be in a regular medicine field. I'm a doctor, but I don't want to be this. What do? I have no interest in seeing my patients. And then when you see that they really want to now go towards that more natural, holistic, alternative healing. I've got one person who's just like, I'm going to quit my job. I can't take this. What's going on? Now, many would now look at this in terms of Saturn retrograde. Because Saturn is in Scorpio. Scorpio is what? Our hidden fears. Our hidden psychological baggage. What is the job of Saturn? To show you reality, to show you practicality, and to make you face your fears. So next time when it comes, you're prepared for it. Saturn transit and Saturn placement in your horoscope is all about lesson. It is lesson, lesson, lesson. It's all lessons. So what Saturn is doing now in Scorpio, it's making you face the things that you haven't dealt with in the past. And any planet in the axis of Taurus and Scorpio will feel this. Like if, let's say, Saturn is going over your sun. He's going to bring you around people or make people kind of go against you. He's gonna hurt your ego. He's gonna be like, is this where you really want to be? Around these people? Saturn's going over your Venus, showing you what your relationship is really like. What you thought it was, it's not that. It is what it is now that you're facing this. Because when I see charts of people who are going with this Saturn over their over their Venus, they're like, the person that I'm with, I really didn't think that what they were, because now I'm seeing that they're not this, they're this. Well, hello, Saturn is trying to show you the reality of the situation. Saturn going over Moon. My goodness. Heavy stuff. If Saturn is going over your Moon, unnecessary fear, depression, over Mercury, and anxiety, panic. You're feeling like a tiger is going to come and attack you, but there's no tiger. So this is happening at the same time. While people are feeling this, but here's the thing. People who do not have any planets, and Saturn is in Scorpio, since April, they started feeling this. So everything is happening with a reason. Saturn is retrograde, you're feeling this. The eclipse just happened. That particular eclipse that happened, just the last eclipse we had, has opened up portals where this energy that has hit Earth is going to go through. And the portals opening is happening in a very systematic way. It's only opening up in places where there are maximum amount of spiritual people. People who want to go into the path of healing, go into the path of understanding themselves better. So after watching, and reading the articles from Matt Kahn and Shri, I forgot, Kiran and Shri, many other people, you really find out why this wave is hitting people who are in fields like holistic health and healing, numerology, astrology, tarot, because your job as the person who's doing this is to heal the other person. And the golden age that was once before, pretty much everybody was a healer. Everybody had the ability to heal the other person. What happened now? Only probably less than 1 to 3% of people on this planet are actually healers. But what's going to happen between now, 2015, and 2022? It's going to spread like virus. Healers are going to make other people realize that they're healers. Slowly, you will see more people being in the fields related to yoga, meditation, Reiki, Ayurveda, holistic healing, pranic healing, acupuncture, Chinese medicine. It's the wave of healing that is coming here. But the reason why it's hitting in such a way is because we haven't recognized these energies before. So what's happening is, it's like that process of Kundalini awakening. It hits you like it's coming up your spine, and you will have back pains. You will feel like you want to be in isolated places. You don't want to go out, be around people. I'm very lucky. I live in like such an isolated place in the mountain, in this one community where I feel so secure. Like for the past 3 weeks, I don't want to go out. I don't want to go pick up food. But I have to go pick up baby food and diapers, because being around people, and I'm like, oh, these are humans. And I'm like, what is going on with me? Why out of all the time? And I've been into UFOs, aliens, and I know that there are other dimensional beings out there. But especially now, I'm really relating to that I am not human. And I found this about 1.5 to 2 years ago, that I'm actually an Andromedan. My race, my DNA lineage links back to Andromedan. People I know, my wife leads back to Pleiadians. Some I know are leading back to Unkims, and many, many others. So I was feeling weird. I'm like, what is going on? And this is the first time where I'm like, I had to go see a hypnotherapist. I'm like, please tell me what's going on. Why am I feeling this? Like, especially when I see a chart, now I see more than what I had seen before. Like when I'm doing the consultation, suddenly now I see images playing out. I'm seeing things happening when I'm looking, let's say I'm looking at Jupiter. When I look at the Jupiter, I'm seeing certain things in Jupiter's that is happening in this person's life, and I'm seeing images happening. So it kind of freaks you out, because here I am, a regular person on YouTube, just talking about astrology, wanting to spread my passion of astrology. But now suddenly I'm doing meditation every day. Just before this video, I was sitting for half an hour in my office. I'm doing more and more intense meditation. Before, just April, I may have done 5-minute meditation at the time. Now, it's like literally from 30 minutes minimum to an hour. When I'm seeing things, I'm like seeing charts in my dreams. And then I'm finding some answers in my dreams. So all these weird occurrences are happening because I knew this was not Saturn retrograde. Saturn has retrograded before. Saturn has retrograded, over many of my planets. Never felt this. Why now? And then why 60% of the people who are coming to me suddenly want to be leaving what they're doing and really find that spiritual path? They're like, I want to heal people. Can I heal people? Can I go into astrology? So many want to go into astrology, tarot. So what's happening from now, 2015 to 2022, big shift is going to happen. And most of yours, at least a good chunk of you who know me and watching me, you will be going towards healing other people. And that will become part of you making a living. Don't think that this energy is simply going to make you go into exile and make you this priest who has no money, no nothing, and they're on the streets healing. No, you will still be dealing with your reality of your life, paying the bills, paying the mortgage, taking care of the kids. But that resources is now going to transform into healing other people. So it's like, virus starts with 1 cell, 2 cell, then 1,000, 100,000, millions. So you will see between now and 7 years how this world will be progressing more towards healing each other. And you will see how technology, most people you will see suddenly will find disinterest in technology. They're no longer going to want to text each other. They're not going to want to just Facebook each other or Twitter each other. They're going to want to have an in-person interaction. You're going to see a lot more expos, like Consciousness Expo. You're going to see a lot more spiritual conferences happening. And you will see people flooding there. Because me, myself, I've never been like searching for conferences. Now, I'm like, I need to be around people who are wanting to go to a different ascension. Because what's happening is from 3-dimensional to 5th-dimensional process is happening. This transfer that is going to happen in the next 7 years is going to take our 3-dimensional soul and mind and ego into the 5th dimension. What is that like? I have no idea. I can only listen to people who are talking about this. I can only listen to people who have intuition about these things. But it suddenly is going to make you truly realize that you are not of this planet. You're not just a human who was born through your parents and their parents and their parents. No, you're going to finally realize that you are actually of a completely different galaxy, perhaps. Different planet. And you will see a lot more people are now starting to channel other entities. Whether it's Pleiadians and Andromedans, Sirius, there's people who are doing, and I know this really sounds like one of those hippie type of a conversation with you, but when was the last time you saw me talk about this stuff? It's because I am going through it. My wife's going through it. And this process is not an easy process. You will see the obstacles coming. You will see yourself going out there and probably suffering more. But it is this process. It's like gold. When you make gold, gold is made through tremendous heat and pressure. That's when you have this gold brick coming, right? So you, of all people, should not be afraid of going through this heated process. Because once you're a gold brick, you're going to be the most valuable brick out there. A diamond is not formed by love and care. A diamond is formed in the heavy pressure of this earth in dark places with millions of years of pressure. And I'm just talking about a 7-year process. But I see this happening with you all. And yeah, it triggered from Saturn being in Scorpio, but that's eclipse and Saturn retrograde in Scorpio. is now what's opening the Pandora box. And you will see yourself change. You know, it's not like I have left meat and non-veg and drinking forever. No, but for that 3 weeks between April and May, I couldn't even look at meat. I couldn't even look at alcohol. But slowly, after I started my intense meditation, upstairs meditation, I go upstairs. It's fun now because I am feeling that energy. I feel it. It's like a magnetic energy. You know, like when you have two magnets with the same poles near each other and they're kind of like repelling, but you feel that heavy, you know, attraction. That's how this energy is right upstairs in our room. Why did it happen in our room, in our house? The energy probably knows what me and my wife are all about, what we want to do, what we're trying to do. It's doing that. We just accepted it, and we're actually now embracing it. But it's not an easy process. Don't think this is going to be like you're going to be smelling roses all around. No, it's like, you know, Neo waking up. Neo was so confused. He was throwing up. He was dizzy. He's like, what the hell is this? Why are my eyes hurting? Well, because you've never used them before. So why is it that I don't know, my identity is kind of being stolen? It's like I'm no longer Kapiel Raaj. Kapiel Raaj is this three-dimensional human being on this planet. I am wanting to connect with who I really am. I just suddenly see it. I am not a human. I am of a completely different race. And this is the feeling. It's not just me, but I know you guys who are watching me, who emailed me, who got the consultation from me, you know yourself, you're feeling this because you've emailed me, you've talked to me about this. And this is where I'm like, you know what, I do need to make this video because I was just going to keep it to myself. I'm like, I just need to let this process happen, whatever it is happening, and just live my life. But then when I saw that it is kind of like my duty to inform the people who are suffering and confused and don't know what the hell's happening, this is what's happening. You are completely changing. You're going to be changed 360 degrees from now to 2022. But don't think that your full change is going to come in the next month, in the next 3 months. No, it's going to take that 7-year period. And you watch after 2022, this world will be a completely different place. As far as people pursuing their livelihood, you will see many, many more healers out there walking around and many, many more people prospering through healing. And I myself, like when I'm looking at more charts now, so much automatically, whether it's subconsciously, consciously, so many people have so much heavy effect of Ketu happening and Jupiter happening and the Mahadasha that is about to come up in most of people's life. I'm like, oh man, they're going to go through a spiritual transformation. So I'm like, okay, well, you'll do very well if you go towards electronic arts, or you'll do very well if you go in pharmaceuticals. But I got to tell you, your change is coming by 2017. Whatever I'm telling you right now, you're probably going to pursue opposite of this, and you're going to pursue this. So automatically, I guess the universe is sending me people who need to know that, okay, a change is coming in your life and you need to go towards more of this. And so many like people are now, you know, interested in astrology, suddenly interested in, you know, tarot, interested in like naturopathic healing. You are changing. It's not just some planetary alignments taking place. This is far bigger than planets. The energy that has hit us is far bigger than planets, far bigger than astrology, numerology, or DNA. This is something that is here to hit us, to take us to a completely different dimensional level. And I'm just trying to tell you that don't be scared, don't be afraid. If you're experiencing things, it's a way for you to come out of that heated process and become that brick of gold. So guys, I hope I have, given some information. There's a lot more. I mean, I can go for next 40 minutes, but I just wanted to tell you what's happening with you, me, everybody who's especially a light worker, healer, helping and counseling other people, in this, or using some ancient knowledge to do their work. You're going to be getting this hit first before it goes to a person who's in the bank or a person who's doing IT work or a person who's a lawyer. No, these guys are going to feel it later on. But people who are meant to go into light work, people who are light workers, they're going to feel this first, and then slowly it'll ripple out to everybody. Okay? So guys, if you're new to my channel, subscribe below. So I'll be talking more about this and my passion, astrology. And again, if you want to know where your Saturn is retrograding and what planet it's going over, and all my books, my consultations for that, check out the links here. Otherwise, we'll see you on Monday. Bye-bye.